Hello, everybody, and welcome in. We finally now have the first few CX bays. I guess not announced, but we finally get to see them. CX, the custom line, is the third subset of Beyblade X bays after the basic line and unique line, and I believe the gimmick is they're intended to have internal mode changes in the bays, as well as being customizable in the blade, having three parts. The face bolt, as I'm deciding to call it, the metal wheel, and the assist ring. None of those names are right, but that's besides the point. The first four UX bays we see are Duran Brave S 660V, Hell's Reaper T 470K, Perseus Dark B 680W, and Wizard Arc R 455LO. We don't fully know the full names of the bays or exactly what they mean, but I have noticed that there's now a descriptor letter after each blade name, which I imagine the way it works is the first part of the name comes from the face bolt, the second from the metal wheel, and the third from the assist ring. For example, it's Dran because of the Dran face bolt. Brave is the name of the metal wheel, and S is the, I guess, abbreviation of the assist ring. Same for Hell's Reaper T, Wizard Arc R. And as we can see, these come with all new bits and three new ratchets, one of which being a completely new height for 55, which I find extremely interesting. We knew that 5 heights existed since 385 on Night Mail, but I was not expecting a 55 height. Additionally, we now finally have six-sided ratchets in both 60 and 80 height, and the Hell's Bay just comes with 470, I suppose. Now we can't see much of the bits or ratchets from here, but we can see that the assist ring of the Hell's Bay is seemingly four-bladed in a shape somewhat like Hell's Scythe itself. For Perseus Dark, the assist ring seems to be like plastic parts protruding out to protect the blade, which I think Perseus as a whole is a very odd design, and it has a bit that seems very similar to Rush, but with a higher gear ratio. We can't see the Hell's bit at all, sadly. And Wizard Arc has a bit somewhat like. Hmm. It reminds me a bit of, I think it's like the Eternal Defense spin track from Metal Fight, if anyone remembers that, but I could be very wrong about that. Honestly, the whole shape of Wizard Arc reminds me of a Metal Fight bay more than any other bay. Then Dran Brave has a bit that seems almost like Cobalt Dragoon's Cyclone, but it has to have some difference in there somewhere. And we can see that the 660 bit is rather bulky, all considered, somewhat like 760, I suppose. And I'm realizing we can't see any of 555 from this picture, which is very interesting. I doubt that they're keeping it a secret on purpose, but it is something to keep in mind. Ekasu's expression here is very odd, in my opinion. Like, what is going on to make this guy look like this? And I'm also wondering if Multi is the designer of the custom series. I doubt it because of the existence of Perseus Dark and the fact that in both the manga and anime, she has very recently just created Night Mail, which is another UX bay, so I'd find it very weird if they swapped gears again this quick. Because if I remember right, Nightmail debuted, I want to say, 4 months ago? No, wait. No, Nightmail came out with Samurai Saber in the November set, so that was closer to 3 months ago. So I strongly doubt that we get new Persona bays and a new line this quickly. And Wizard Arc I find odd because I thought the CX evolution for Multi's base was supposed to be a knight, but apparently that information was misfounded. And I'm also very curious about LO, because logic would have us believe that that's low orb, which would be the first low stamina type bit we get, and very good. Maybe Under Needle was them testing if low defensive stationary bits could perform well without being overpowered. Because I could imagine they were very worried about a scenario like Drift from Burst, where the low defense type bit becomes extremely overpowered. But looking at the shapes again, right, I remember now. Wizard Arc reminds me somewhat like Thermal Pisces in blade shape. Dran Brave looks like your typical three-bladed attack type, but I suppose if I had to compare it to one, it's somewhat like Genesis Valtryek, God Valkyrie, whichever you prefer. Perseus Dark, I I honestly don't think I've seen any bait that looks like this. I suppose Lucifer the End from Super King is the most similar from what I'm seeing, but it also looks like it might be a balance or defense type, so. Speaking of types, it seems like the Bays are keeping their original typings, which I was somewhat expecting them to try changing typings like they did with the Leon and Phoenix lines, but I suppose not. Right, we can see here a preview of how the custom system works, where the face bolt, the metal wheel, and the assist ring all combine together. Also, we can see in another page, there is now a metal coat orange, I believe, samurai saber. I don't know if the 100 here means that there's only 100 of them that'll come out, but I imagine we'll figure more information on that as things go by. Okay, more news, more news. The Korokoro came out, and now we have pictures of all the March, I believe, releases. Starting with number one, Dran Brave S660V. As far as I can tell, V is just a right version of Cyclone, since we can see in the picture it looks a lot like it, though there could be a difference. Comes with a winder launcher, and here we can see how the system works. And we get to see the 660 ratchet, which it isn't as bulky as I thought. It's more like a 550 or 4 for 460, sorry. Let me just delete those. Then we have CX02 Wizard Arc R 455 LO. As far as we can tell, that is just low orb. It's what makes the most sense. And also, apparently, well, this looks weird because I don't think the ratchet should look like that, but this can't be the ratchet, so I wonder if Wizard's Assist Ring has like two different parts or something. Still kind of reminds me of Thermal Pisces, honestly, but some people are saying it's more like Flash Sagittario, still for Metal Fight. CX03 is Perseus Dark B680W. And the weird thing is, well, one, this is a defense type, but the weird thing is, from the looks of it, Hell's Reaper might be a random booster prize since it's not CX01, 02, or 03, or 04 because 04 is a stadium set. And also, I find this weird because we had been told that CX02 would be Hells and O3 would be a Knight evolution. But now that I'm seeing this, I think they mistook Perseus for a Knight evolution because it was a defense type. But I'm not sure how they got that O2 would be Hells when it very much isn't. Maybe Takara Tomy decided to change it up. Anyways, we can see a more frontal view. It does look a lot like Lucifer the End. I know I said that already, but it's the best comparison I can think of. Although this bit seems like extremely small for a defense type bit. Like some people thought that the W would stand for wide, but there is no way that's it considering how not wide it is. Now we have the CX04 Battle Entry set, which comes with, and this one confuses me greatly, Perseus Dark, white version, Dran Brave, red version, a pink stadium, a blue right spin launcher, and a pink left spinning launcher. I have no clue why, as Dran Brave seemingly is right spin, maybe Perseus is a dual spin bay or something. It would make sense considering the Metal Fight Perseus was dual spin, and clearly this generation for season 2 they're trying to base things off of the Metal Fight series. But I am very happy to see that we don't actually need to buy the 25th anniversary set in order to get a Left Winder because I really didn't want to pay for all that. We have a closer view of these, and we can see they actually have stickers on them now, which I thought they were going against that with how fast these bays are, but I guess popular demand changed their mind. Then we have a blue launcher grip that's similar to the one from the Hold launcher. We have a red and black launcher grip. We have another view of the stadium. Looks like there's no inherent gimmicks in the stadium. It's just a normal but white and pink. So that's good. We don't need a completely new stadium for meta or anything. Another view of the left winder. We also have close up promo images for all the bays. We can see Dran Brave here. It has a fine enough side profile and top view. I honestly don't think it'll be like meta breaking, but I do see how it could be good. And I imagine here is the backstory of CX, though I can't read that. And I don't know what's going on here. Maybe they're like trying to say it attacks from different angles at once or something. I don't know. We also have a close up for Hell's Reaper, which if this is a right spinning bay, which wait, yeah, it is a right spinning bay, we can tell from the arrows. I find it weird that the points are aimed in the direction they are, because they've been pretty careful about not having sharp contact points, but I guess they're willing to try changing that. Then Perseus and Wizard share a promo. I think Wizard's Given is supposed to be some sort of downforce thing, and we see 455, which certainly does not look like 460 at all. In fact, it's kind of like an inverted, I guess, version of 460, and we can see the assist ring clearly here. And we were right on two parts. One, low orb is Wizard Arc's bit, and two, it the assist rings are the letter added to the bay's names. For example, R for Wizard, and I believe it's B. Yeah, it's B for Perseus Dark. We also get a closer view of 680 and the W bit. I imagine this Japanese part is what it stands for, but I can't read Japanese. I will say this bit reminds me both somewhat of Spike and of Wedge from Burst, if that makes sense. And we don't actually get a look at Hell's Reaper's parts. In fact, they are actively keeping that a secret from us, it seems. Which is definitely suspicious, but I'm sure they'll give us more information in the coming weeks. I think for now that is all that's going on with the CoroCoro leagues and the CX system. If anything else comes out, I'll do my best to record slash stream and upload it as soon as possible so I can keep us all posted. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.